Alright guys, welcome back to another DayZ tutorial. A little while ago, I did a video showing you how you could set the condition of items when they spawn on your map. So meaning there's 4 conditions, not including the ruin state, but there's 4 conditions of items within DayZ. There's pristine, worn, damaged, and badly damaged. And I showed a video, how you could choose what condition they spawn in. Now, things have slightly changed I can't remember the exact update. I think it was like a couple of updates ago, so maybe around DayZ 1.19, maybe 1.18, maybe even just 1.20. DayZ changed how you changed the condition of items. You used to be able to go into, I say used to, you still can, but we'll talk about that in a moment. But mainly you used to go into the CFG spawnable types.xml. This is where you adjust globally the items when they spawn in the condition. Now you no longer do that. Instead, if you go into your DB folder, so I'm just on a little test server and I've just set up a Chernarus. And if you go into your mission folder, so if you're using Chernarus, DayZ Offline.Chernarus+, go into your DB folder. Then if you go into your globals.xml, you should see this. Now, depending when you've maybe got your server set up, some things in this file have newly been added with recent DayZ updates. And two of the things is the 2 things that we're going to be dealing with today is this variable name, loot damage max, and loot damage minimum. Is these 2. If you don't have these 2, I'll hopefully be able to put these in the description box, underneath the video as you're watching this. But I know YouTube can be funny with certain characters. It doesn't always allow you to put certain characters in the description box. So if these aren't in the description box and you don't have these in this file, I will provide you a link that you can go to and you can actually copy these 2 variable names. So the 2 that I've just highlighted again, you can copy them and add them into your globals.xml. But essentially, this is where you adjust it. So for me personally, I can't remember what the default values are, but for me personally, I want my loot to spawn in pristine. Just how I like my server. But if you want your loot to not spawn in pristine, or if you want it to spawn in within a certain condition, so maybe you want your loot to spawn in like between, say, damaged and pristine, or between damaged and worn, or whatever it is within them 4 states, you can choose to do that, and you just adjust the number here in these 2 quotation marks. So basically, the lower the number, the better condition it is. So for me, I've done my minimum 0.0 to a maximum of 0.1. So this means that every item is going to spawn in pristine. Now I can't remember exactly the values what they need to be for each damage state, but I think pristine goes up to about 0.2. So I could, in theory, I think put that to 0.2 and it would still be pristine. Now I think might even be 0.3, but then the worn state will be somewhere from around 0.3, maybe 0.4, to about 0.5, 0.6 ish, maybe 0.5, and then damaged would go from say 0.6 to I think 0.8. And then I think badly damaged, if you want items to spawn in badly damaged, it'd be from like 0.8 to 0.9. You don't need to go above 0.9. I think maybe if you did 1.0, I don't know if that works. I've not tested it. That could be a ruined state. I don't know. But you wouldn't want your stuff to spawn in ruined. So if I wanted stuff to spawn in up to badly damaged and also being pristine, I would essentially do 0.0 to 0.9. That means all my loot globally across the map could spawn in between pristine and badly damaged. And again, if I only wanted to say spawn as a maximum of worn, I could probably just put that to 0.4, maybe 0.3. You'd have to test the values yourself. But essentially, that's what you do. And again, if you didn't want your items to spawn in pristine, but maybe you want them starting from worn, just put that to, I think, 0.3, maybe 0.4, and then on the minimum, and then adjust the maximum to the maximum state, up to being 0.9 would be badly damaged. So I'm hoping that you're with me with that so far. If there is any issues, I'll say it now. if you're stuck on anything and you're not quite following along, there is a link on my YouTube channel that takes you to my Discord. Join that and you can come and speak with me, because it is probably sometimes watching videos is a little bit more complicated to understand than actually speaking with someone and getting them to, physically show you. But I'm trying to, explain this as simple as I can, so hopefully you're following along. Anyway, I'm going to put this back to 0.1, and that is 0.0, because I want my items to only spawn in damaged. Actually, I just won't save it. But essentially, once you made the changes, you will need to file save or Control S if you like to use shortcut keys. But I'm not going to save it because I don't need to. Right, so that there is adjusting your loot globally. From there on, you don't really need to do anything else. You can leave it as it is. All your loot will spawn in pristine, apart from some. So, if there is, I won't say if there is some items set default by DayZ to spawn in with their own condition. Now, I talked about previously, you would adjust your condition states in CFG spawnable types. This is where you can go back into this, and in this file there is some items that they've got their own damage state set. So basically, you want to scroll down and you want to look for, now actually we won't get too far ahead, but you want to look for an item. If we scroll down, I'll show you when I get to it. And I'm going to go through this a little bit quicker than I normally would. So for you, I would just take your time and make sure you don't miss anything. But scroll down, and I think it's a vest at the very start somewhere. Let's got it. Let me keep going. We should be getting to something soon. No, not that. It's just easier to show you rather than trying to explain. Somewhere. Where's the vests? I don't think I've gone past it. Oh, I have taken, by the way, this file is default from the Livonia files. Just because my default files that I already add for Chernarus, I kind of saved some changes when I shouldn't have done. But it should be the same sort of file anyway, so I wouldn't worry. But okay, I don't know where the vests are gone. We'll keep going down. There should be some weapons anyway. But I'll show you when I get to it. I think that's going to go a little bit quicker. So it's the zombies. I think all the zombies stuff you should be good with. There shouldn't be no damage state you could do with these. Mainly, you're looking for items at this point. Right. Okay, so I've definitely missed something. There should be some vest near the top. But now we're on weapons. And we can do what I'm going to show you. You can do with any weapon, or any item. So if it doesn't have its own damage state, you can always add it. But I will show you that. Let's keep going. We'll get to some. Here we go. So I think it starts with. Okay, this file is a little different, unless I'm using the wrong one, because normally Winchester has it. But if we go down to, actually, and I'll tell you why. This is my edited file. Sorry. So I've just opened up the default Livonia CFG spawnable types, but this is in just Notepad++, and this is actually on my desktop and not my server's desktop. But so if this looks kind of different, I've changed the background. It's white with red letters, red characters but this is the default Livonia one, so this will be easy to show you. The other one I was in, I'll get back to it. That's my actual edited file. But essentially, scroll down. When you open up the CFG spawnable types.xml, you'll have some items. So you can see here we've got a gift wrap paper, and underneath it's got its damage state set. So this is 0.0 to a maximum of 0.32. So this is going to spawn in between pristine and I think 0.3. That could be worn. That could even still be pristine, but it's going to spawn in somewhere between pristine and possibility of worn. Same for night vision goggles. These have got it. Optics. But scroll down through this list. This is where I was on about the vest. Look, plate carrier vest. This has got its own damage state. If, for example, say this vest, this plate carrier vest, this is just, I think, the normal green one. If you wanted this to have its own damage state, what you can do, and this you do for any item that hasn't got it, copy this line where it's got damage min equals and then max equals and then you got percentage. Copy that, and underneath whatever item is find the type name equals and then the item name, and go underneath that and paste in the damage state, and then you can adjust the minimum and max numbers to whatever you want. But basically, just scroll down. We'll go down more. We've got some car stuff here. So we've got radiator, we've got car battery, truck battery. These are all got their own damage state. Small stone. Like, you get the idea. The ammo. Some stuff don't have it. So like I said, some items in this file will not have it. The items that don't have this damage min and max underneath them will take their damage condition from the globals XML. That what I just showed you beforehand. So if there is items that you want to have separate condition, this is where you would do it. So if I didn't want, say, a spark plug to spawn in pristine, right, I would basically take this damage thing, copy this, and it doesn't matter which one you copy it from, add it underneath, and say I wanted it to spawn in, maybe not pristine, but not damaged. I think it's probably 0.3, I think to maybe 0.4, 0.5, somewhere around that. I could do that. If I wanted it to spawn in damage, I could probably go up to 0.6 as a maximum. So you just get what I mean. You just adjust what you need to. Now, if there's items in here that have got their own damage state that you want to not have their own, you want to take it from the globals file, you just remove it. So just on the reverse, delete it, close it up. Take the line again, delete it, close it up. And you do that for every item. So go through it slowly to make sure you've not missed nothing. And let me just scroll down because we've got some weapons. And right, we got the weapons. So some of the weapons at the start don't have it. But again, you can add that command in. You can add that damage state in. So you got a Winchester. This has got its own damage state. So again, if you want to take it from the globals file, just delete it. Oh, whoops. Make that big. Just delete it, close up the gap. Same for the Mosin. Delete it, close up the gap. So do that for all the files. So add in, and again, so this, like at this CZ527, it doesn't have it. This by default, it doesn't have its own. So what I could do is I could copy one of these that does have it, copy that, and add it in underneath like so, and then just adjust the minimum and the maximum that you want your item to spawn in at. Right, any items that are not in this file, so pretty much modded items. So if you install, say, a snafu weapon mod or even a clothing mod, whatever it is that may be an item that you can have in game, you would need to actually get the item name and add it to this file. And it's simple. All you need to do to simply add it is, and you can pretty much, I think, add it anywhere. Doesn't really matter where it goes. But essentially what you can do, let me just find the weapons again, just because that's easier to copy. So essentially what you can do is you could copy, let's just copy one that has got the damage state. So let's just copy this AKM, and all you need to do is copy the type name equals with the name, and then copy the damage part. So you don't need to do all the attachments. If you want your weapon to spawn in with attachments, then you could copy all the attachment slots and then add in the attachments for that weapon. But if you're only trying to adjust the condition of the item that it spawns in at, all you need is copy the type name equals damage, copy that, just go, say, above one line where you got this type tag, underneath that, you would paste, right? Copy that type tag, because you need to now separate it. Underneath them two lines that we have just copied and pasted, paste in that type tag that we just copied, just so it separates it from the rest of them. You would then find the class name of the modded item that you're adding to the file and replace it with that there. Okay, so where it says AKM, you would replace that AKM with the class name of whatever modded item, and then adjust your values. And that's how you would simply, you know, add in an item that wasn't in game. It doesn't even matter if it's a modded item. There might be a vanilla item that is not in this file that you want to add into. So any item that is not in this file that you want to have its own damage state, just copy one of the things that's already here as a template, and then just change the name, and then, you know, adjust your damage state. Let's just remove that because we don't want to do that. Again, any items also that is not in this file will take its damage state from the globals file. So I've got no modded items in here. Well, if we go back to my file, so this is my file, I have got no modded items. This is all vanilla, just with some of the damage things removed. So no items in here. It will take its condition from the globals, and that's it. I think I've covered everything. If like I said, if you're stuck and you're not sure, Discord link is on my YouTube. Come and join that. I think I've kind of explained everything that you need to do. But you probably will want to do, if you only want your items to take its condition from the globals file, you will want to come in here, because like I said, there are some items by default that have got their own damage condition set. So you're going to want to remove that damage line from underneath completely, like I showed you. And then once you're done, save the file. And just be careful you don't make any mistakes. And that's it. So what I'm going to now do is I am going to, just to show you that this works as well. Let me go back to my desktop. This is my test server. So it's offline. So this is going to make it easier. I'm going to go to my storage folder, and I'm going to delete this. So with that deleted, that means now when I start up the server, so let's close that down. Let's start up the server. It is going to generate its own storage folder when the server reboots up. So if we go back into that, let's just go to a test server. Go into MP missions, go into Chernarus. You can see the storage folder's not there. We'll just let it boot up. It shouldn't take too long. There we go. It's generated its own storage folder. So now all the loot on the map will be fresh loot taken from the fresh files that you've just created. So I will log on to my server, and I'll show you all the condition. Oh no, something I didn't show you. 2 seconds. Let me go back. I am one step ahead of myself. So I've removed, this is my file on my server I'm on now. I've removed all the damage state from every item apart from 2. And the 2 items is the AKM and the AK-74. Let me just search for it. AK-74. There you go. So AK-74, and I will remove these. This is just for test purposes, but I've set this to spawn in between 0.8 and 0.9, so this should be badly damaged. And we've got the AKM just above it. This is 0.6 to 0.7, so these should spawn in damaged. Every other item on the map will spawn in pristine. So I'll log in now to my server, and I'll actually show you these 2 items are damaged and badly damaged, where every other item, when I speak, will be pristine. Okay, so we jumped in, and I've just teleported up to the northwest airfield, as you can see, and I've come to this area because there's quite a lot of buildings around, and there should be enough loot for me to check, and hopefully some of the guns here. If we just bring up ESP tools, and I'll tell you what, we'll just we'll make sure we've got enough things ticked. Right, and then let's just toggle that. Okay, we've got some items, so let's go into this building, why not? Oh, I've actually got an AK-74 right here. Now, I wasn't going to show you the AK-74 first, I was going to do the other items, but when it's here, so this should be badly damaged. So let's go check it. Orange dot, badly damaged. Bison, green dot, pristine. What else we got in here? Some ammo, pristine. So everything apart from the AK-74 and the AKM should all be pristine, like I said. What else we got here? Smoke grenade, pristine. See if we can check one more thing. Too many items on the map. Got there. Sorry, a knife, a bayonet, and some ammo, all pristine. Okay, so you can see all the other items are pristine. Let's go and find, right, take another AK-74 and then the AKM. So what we'll do XML editor and we'll say search for AK-74 and click on it, get item stats. I've got quite a few where I'm actually at. So let's go check this one over here. Teleport to it. AK-74. Badly damaged. Let's do one more. So it's, yeah, not a bit of luck. Where is it? Where? In the wrong place. I'm definitely in the right place. Okay. Let me just bring up the admin tool for you guys. Let's just take these off. We only want to find the rifle now. Toggle. Oh, it was above me. It was there. Okay. Right, so this should be, again, badly damaged. So that's 3 AKMs badly damaged. I think I've proved that works. So now let me show you the AKMs. And these ones should just be damaged. Right, get item stats. Again, I've also in my types file, just for the purpose of this video, I have increased them to spawn a lot. So normally, by default, you wouldn't have all this on the map, all these AKMs, should say, and AK-74s on the map. I have increased them, but again, this is test server. I will lower them if I decide to. But yeah, this is just for the purpose of me finding them a bit easier for you guys. Prove they work. So there's an AKM. Badly damaged. Okay, maybe. Okay. SKS is pristine. Okay, maybe whatever 0.7. Maybe that does count as badly damaged as well. So, but you see, that's badly damaged. It's not going to be pristine. Let's go and find another one. But it shouldn't. It should be between damaged and then badly damaged. Let's go over here because there's a few over here. One upstairs too. Yeah, I am here. I think it's up here. Oh, there it is. Right, this one, badly damaged. And then let's do one more. Okay, I thought these were like, am I in the same building? I think I'm in the same building. Go over here to a totally different building. Go on the floor. Okay, damaged. So I think 0.6 is what I did. So that would be damaged, and I think 0.7 must include badly damaged. We'll do one more completely different part of the airfield. Just so you can see. Right, there we go. This one, it's damaged. So you can see every other item, apart from the AKM and the AK-74, will be pristine. But the other two will take the AKM and the AK-74, or whatever other item you set, will take its damage value from the CFG spawnable types file. Anyway, that's it. If you do have any questions, if you are confused about something, as always, my link to Discord is on my YouTube channel. Join that, and you can come and speak to me if you are confused with anything. But hopefully that's simple enough for you to stand. But yeah, that's how you adjust the damage state going forward now within DayZ. Until next time, guys, have fun and peace out.